Hello everyone, this will be my second music tier list on one of my favorite artists ever, Kendrick Lamar. He has had so many of my favorite albums, so many of my favorite songs, from his songwriting, his production, and just the way he crafts albums and songs. There's very few people who can make music like him. So today I was going to make a tier list rating his albums and, sort of reviewing them in a way. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. First up, we have his debut album, Section 80 from 2010. Now, I did not include Overly Dedicated because one, I haven't listened to it yet, and two, it's technically a mixtape. So, and this is an album tier list, not a mixtape tier list. But anyway, Section 80, the thing about Section 80 is it actually took me a while to get into this album. Like, when I first listened to Kendrick Lamar, I listened to Good Kid, Mad City first and not Section 80. So I went from Good Kid, Mad City and up, and I didn't start with Section 80. Like, I think I only listened to Section 80, after I listened to Miss Around the Big Steppers, or maybe after G&X, I'm not sure. But Section 80 overall, it's so high quality. I mean, the first three songs on the album, F Your Ethnicity, Hole Up, and ADHD, dude, some of Kendrick's best, all those are some of Kendrick's best songs, just right there, the first three tracks. The rest of the songs, the track list as a whole, it's not, outstanding, but it's still really good. In my opinion, it's Kendrick's, second to worst album, but that's really not saying much because this album, in my opinion, is going in the great category. Easy 8 out of 10. Also, I mentioned the first three, which are my favorites from the album, but you also have Ronald Reagan era. You have High Power, which High Power might be my favorite. I'm pretty sure J. Cole produced High Power, which is interesting. And then you have a few others that I do really like. But overall, track list is really good. Pretty cool production. But the thing about the production, it does sound a lot different from Kendrick's other albums. I don't know. There's just something about it that sounds a lot different from, Good Kid, Mad City, which came right after it. But, yeah, Section 80, great storytelling, too. Just vibes overall. I'm very surprised that apparently this album only sold, 5,000 copies when it first came out. Maybe it was less. I can't remember, but yeah, man, Section 80 is a great album. Easy out of 10. Next, we have the one, the only Good Kid, Mad City. This is debatably Kendrick's best album, along with the next one that I'll get to. This album, it's a classic. It's a staple of hip-hop. Every single hip-hop fan knows about this album. It's just fantastic, man. I mean, the only thing I can kind of pick at is the intro track, Shireen, aka Master Splinter's Daughter, or whatever. That song was okay to me. It wasn't that good. But literally every single song after that, they're all incredible. They're all 9 out of 10s, a lot of 10 out of 10s. Which is interesting because, to me, to have an album that really gets, that can get you into an album, you have to have a really good first song. For example, Wesley's Theory on T-Pab, F Your Ethnicity on Section 80, Beware on Death Grip's Ex-Military, some crazy like that, Dark Fantasy off of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, stuff like that. You need those tracks that really get you into an album, and Good Kid, Mad City really doesn't have one in my opinion, but literally the next song, Beat Don't Kill My Vibe, that song's amazing. That's a 10 out of 10 song. And then after that, you have Backseat Freestyle, which a lot of people do overglaze this song. Some people say it's top 5 off of Good Kid, Mad City. Bro, that's bottom 3 on Good Kid, Mad City. But with that being said, it's a good song, but it's not a great song. There's a difference. But then you have The Art of Peer Pressure, which has amazing storytelling and sets this really grim, dark vibe. And then you have the classic Money Trees, over 1 billion streams. Most everyone's heard this. It has one of the best beats in all of hip hop. It also is extremely catchy too, which is also, I'm assuming, how it got so huge. And then you have Poetic Justice, which was long before the current beef Drake and Kendrick have, but that song's incredible. Kendrick's verse is really good. Drake's verse is really good. I used to think Drake kind of ruined the song, but like 2011 Drake, like Take Care and stuff like that is pretty good. Drake back then he had some good stuff. And he showed it on this song, definitely. Next, you have Good Kid, which it's a little bit of a step down, but really not much. It's still a good song. Has this really, like, maybe I could consider it spacey production, but it's like weird. It's kind of like mysterious in a way. But then you have one of the best 3-song runs in music history. You have Mad City, you have Swimming Pools, and then you have Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, which everyone says that's Kendrick's best song, but I'll get into that in a sec. Mad City, it's just a banger, bro. Like, even to this day, it has one of the best beat drops and one of the best switch ups in hip hop. I mean, that song is legendary. Easy 10 out of 10. Then you have Swimming Pools, which is one of the first Kendrick songs I ever heard. But that song is just a vibe in general. Like, the production is very immersive, and Kendrick's rapping is just crazy on it. And then you have Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, 12 minutes long, but it's very, like, laid back. Like, it's weird because the production's very, like, laid back and chill, but, like, what he's rapping about is actually, like, really dark. Like, it's, like, a weird song, but it's good. And then it has the switch up, and I don't know, dude. It's like you're, like, having a vision or something like that, the whole song. Like, that's what it feels like. But yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 song. I don't know if it's Kendrick's best song, but it's definitely, like, top 10, like, no question. But honestly, it's the same thing with a lot of songs on this album. Next, you get to Real, and I don't really get the hate behind this song. I mean, I guess, yeah, people think the chorus where it's like, Anna Wise is like, I'm really, really real. It's kind of annoying, but I kind of like it, honestly. I like the production, how it's very immersive, and, like, Kendrick's, like, very, like, not mumble rapping, but he's, like, talking, like, very quietly almost. Like, it's really chill, but, like, I don't know, it just gives off this really chill vibe, like you're at a beach house, like, sitting by, like, the beach or something. Like, I don't know, there's just something about it that's really vibey. Then you get to Compton, which is one of the most explosive tracks I think Kendrick has had, where the production's crazy. Dr. Dre has a feature. I don't revisit this track a whole lot, but it's still really good. 9 out of 10, maybe 10 out of 10. Great song. Then you get to the 3 bonus tracks, which are all, like, borderline, if not 10 out of 10s. Black Boy Fly, Now or Never, The Recipe. All those songs are so incredibly good. Although I will say, Now or Never sounds like more of a pop song, but it's still great. My favorite is probably The Recipe. Bro, that song is so chill. You can listen to that and vibe out any time of the day. Song is amazing. Black Boy Fly is, like, very, like, yeah, it's more of a hype song, but yeah, I mean, amazing. All these songs, incredible. Good Kid, Mad City, you probably know where I'm going to go with this. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. It's a 10 out of 10, going to the best of the best. It's a staple of hip-hop. It's too iconic, and it's debatably his best album. So, yeah, 10 out of 10, no question. Now we have the legendary To Pimp a Butterfly. This album is my favorite album of all time, so you probably already know I'm going to put it in the best of the best, 10 out of 10s. But I will definitely be giving explanations. Starting right off from this album, you have debatably Kendrick's best song on the first track. Wesley's Theory is, I mean, what doesn't it have, honestly? It has some of the most wild, futuristic production. And Kendrick, like, has these verses that are, like, I don't know what, like, sort of voice changer he uses for it, but it's, like, very, like, alien-like almost. And then you have these, like, these very catchy choruses, this, like jazzy beat in a way. Like, it's very weird, but it is so good because I love that kind of music. Like, I love futuristic, spacey sounding songs. And I wish Kendrick had, like, if Kendrick had an album that sounded like Wesley's Theory or something like that, bro, I mean, I would love it. But Wesley's Theory, like, I mean, it's like an 11 out of 10 song. Remember how I was saying in like the Kanye video, if you watch that, I was saying like there are songs like Devil in a New Dress and All the Lights that deserve to be put in a vault for like the best of the best music. Wesley's Theory, and honestly a lot of songs off of this and Good Kid, Mad City and the next album I'm going to get to need to be put into that vault. I mean, wow, Wesley's Theory is insane. It's like one of its kind. But moving on to the next track, you have For Free Interlude, which is very jazzy, very upbeat. And then you have King Kunta, just a classic hip-hop banger. I mean, catchy as heck, just great. And then you have Institutionalized, which I used to sleep on that song a lot, but recently I've been replaying it a lot more. It's very like spacey, very vibey, and then it has this very laid back beat, which I like a lot. It just like it's very different. Like the thing about To Pimp a Butterfly, like it's very iconic, but it has its own production. Like there's just something different about how it's produced, which I don't know. It's just very different. And people, like, that's the thing. When people talk about Kendrick Lamar, people automatically think of songwriting and, like, storytelling, rapping, which, yes, that's what I think he's best at. I mean, he's not Kanye West, producing, but his production is so incredibly underrated. People don't give him enough credit for, like, how he doesn't produce the tracks, but he organizes it in a way and, like, basically, like, controls how it's done, pretty much. So, like, most of the production you hear is, like, he directed it to be like that. Like, he doesn't just rap over a beat that someone else made, which is really cool. So, like, he is really the mastermind behind a lot of his songs. Next, you have These Walls, which I don't go to back that much, but it's very chill, very, like, calm and laid back. Amazing song. But right after, you have one of Kendrick's most dark songs, where it's You, where he's just, like, screaming, and then he's, like, sounds like he's panicking in a way, like in the first half of the song where he's like, like, loving you is complicated. He's like, I don't know. He's just like, and then in the second half, he's literally like crying in the song. Like it's grim, very grim song, but it is amazing. It's an amazing song at the same time. Then you have the very famous All Right. This song, I used to actually like this song a lot when I was a little kid, because I didn't listen to Kendrick very long ago. I started listening to him around when the beef was happening, but I didn't really pay attention to the beef. I just kind of like went back and listened to all of his albums. But yeah, this song, I mean, it's so iconic and it's so good. Like, I'm really not going to say too much about it, but it's a 10 out of 10 song easily. And then right after, you have For Sale Interlude. Like, you want to talk about like different, like spacey, futuristic production. Bro, this is one of the most like wild out there beats I've ever heard Kendrick rap over. I don't know how he does it, but it is so different. And it's crazy because like this interlude is like low key would be one of the best songs on a lot of other rap like people's albums. Like, it's not even crazy to say I love this song. But yeah, it's like crazy because to show how good this track list is, because an interlude could literally be the best off a lot of other rappers' albums. It's crazy. Next, you have Mama, which I never really go back to this song, and a lot of people say this is one of Kendrick's best songs, but in my opinion, it's my least favorite off the album. I just think the production's too repetitive, and there's not a huge, like, it just doesn't really seem like the song is going in a direction. But it's still it's a solid song. It's just not my favorite. And then you have Hood Politics, which is kind of like King Kunta Part 2, but it's like less production wise and more like Kendrick's like yelling over the beat in a way. He's very aggressive on the song, even though it's like kind of like the beat's laid back, but his rapping is like he's just screaming almost. Then you have one of my favorite songs of all time, one of my favorites off the album, if not potentially my favorite, How Much a Dollar Cost. Wow, the song is immersive. The lyrics and the just what he's writing about is genius. It's very like, thought provocative. Again, production's very immersive. Like, this song is so incredibly immersive. The choruses where it's like, what is that? It's like, All you need, medicine and love. Like, bro, it's amazing. The song's literally in a 100 out of 10. Next, you get to Complexion, which is very nice, laid back song, like a lot of other songs on this album. Just chill overall. I don't really listen to it a lot, but just great verses from Kendrick and Rhapsody. Very laid back, easy to listen to. But then you get to the very hard hitting, very grimy, The Blacker the Berry. The song, Kendrick is very aggressive on it, talking about highly controversial topics like race and stuff like that. And it has these these crazy choruses and this, I don't know, just it's very like dark and eerie overall, but it's a top 3 song on the album probably. Then you get to one of my favorites off the album, You Ain't Gotta Lie. Very jazzy, very chill production, which I've replayed the heck out of. I love Kendrick's very chill, laid back vocals too, just a vibe. And then you get to the very upbeat, very pumped up I is the song, and love this song, can't get enough of it. I mean, it's just so energetic, so you could freaking lift like a boulder above your head listening to that song. And then you got Mortal Man, which is very spacey production, which I don't go back to a lot because half the song is literally an interview, but still a great song. But I'm gonna stop ranting about T-Pab. It's what is my favorite album of all time, and it's my favorite Kendrick album, so I'm putting it in the best of the best, definitely. So yeah. Next, we get to the very unpopular, very different, Untitled, Unmastered. This album also kind of took me a while to get into, kind of like Section 80. But this album is cool as frick. I love this album. I was going to put it over Section 80 because, I guess I would have to say this is Kendrick's worst album, but it's still so good. There are 3 songs off this album I absolutely, well, no, more like 4. Untitled 1, it's all right. But then you have one of my favorite Kendrick songs, Untitled 2. What on earth is this? I can't believe these weren't on the original album, because this album is technically just a bunch of cuts from T-Pab. But wow, this song is crazy. The production, unreal. Kendrick has this very weird flow over it. He's like, get gone on the phone or whatever, and then bro, what? But it's weird, but it's very cool. I love that song. Untitled 3, Untitled 4 was a interlude, and then Untitled 5 is an amazing jazz rap song. Oh my gosh, is it good. Wow, that's also another one of my favorite Kendrick songs. Same with Untitled 6, such a freaking vibe, so different and jazzy. Untitled 7, that's also really interesting. And then Untitled 8, which is very catchy jazz rap song too. This album is very jazzy but very spacey and weird with these very, very experimental flows. It is such a cool album. But yeah, I'm putting it in the great category. I love the heck out of this album. And recently I've been listening to it a lot. It's been one of my favorites. Yeah, just love it. Actually, no, it's screwed. I'm putting Untitled Unmastered above Section 80. I enjoyed Untitled Unmastered a little bit more. Actually, a good bit more. I still love Section 80, but Untitled Unmastered, such a strong track list, so consistent. So yeah, I'm putting it ahead of Section 80. Next, we have Damn, and this album, I honestly cannot understand the hate this album gets. Ever since Anthony Fantano made a video about how it's a 7 out of 10, everyone's just been freaking glazing it. I feel to a point it's actually rage bait, but I think a lot of people are actually genuine that they say this album's not that good and it's Kendrick's worst. Are you kidding me? I never understood it. At one point this was my favorite Kendrick album, and I thought this is Kendrick's best album. I don't think it's as good as T-Pab or Good Kid, Mad City, but it is borderline on the same level, extremely close. And the reason, dog, Look at the track list. Starts off of one of the best rapping performances Kendrick has had on DNA, where it's just like this crazy, like aggressive, like this song just has so much energy and rage to it. And the switch up is absolutely wild. Oh my gosh. DNA is like a 10 out of 10 song. Then you get to Ya, and this song I think is a very underrated song. Is it amazing? No, but bro, this song, the it has some of the most weird spacey production I've ever heard. The only thing that kind of holds it back is Kendrick's flows are kind of sleepy, but honestly, in a way, it kind of fits. Like, it's a very different experimental. Just I don't know. It is a different song. Like, it is weird, but it's cool. I really like Ya a lot. Then you get to one of my favorites off the album, Element. I love Kendrick's flow. I love the weird like sort of like groans in the background. It's like all over the song, and it's just like, bro, it is such a vibe. It is so well like flowed over, and it just has this dark like beat. Then you get to Feel, which is a very like conscious, like dark song, which basically this album, like this entire album is very dark, very conscious, and very like disturbing in a way. It's definitely Kendrick's darkest album. Then you get to Loyalty, which is maybe the worst song on the album, but that's really not saying much because it's still, like, in my opinion, like a 7 out of 10. I do like the beat a lot. It's just, it's good. It's just not great. But it's still a solid song. But then you get to one of Kendrick's best songs, which if, like, we've already gotten to a lot of other of Kendrick's best songs on the album, like DNA and Element and stuff like that, and even Feel. Pride is incredible. It is one of those music vault worthy songs that has some of the most spacey and like cool production you're ever going to hear. Kendrick has these weird like voice changes throughout the thing where it goes very low, then very high pitch, and then he's like very like consciously rapping, and it's like this very eerie atmosphere. But it is so cool. It's an easy like 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. Like, bro, this song is incredible. I used to think it was kind of overrated, which for some reason I have no idea why. This song is incredible. I love this song so much. It's like top 3 on the album, probably. Incredible. Then you get to Kendrick's biggest song, Humble, which literally everyone knows the song, so I'm not going to go over it too much, but I still think it's a great song. It's like midway throughout the album. I'd say it's in like the middle of the album in terms of quality, but still, this song, it's a great song. I kind of lied when I said I wasn't going to talk about it too much, but I mean, the production I still like a lot. It's very raw and very like hard hitting, and Kendrick's flows aren't like the best on it, but it's still like, I don't know, it's just a very hard hitting song and very like, I don't know, it's catchy and everyone knows it. But then you move on to the very underrated Lust, in my opinion. This song is very eerie, very dark. It has these like weird like repeating verses. He's like, woke up in the morning, and there's like, hold up, and then he like repeats himself, and he like stutters, and like it's dark, it's weird, but it is good. This song is incredible. It's borderline 10 out of 10. It's an incredible song. Then you move on to Love, which is another amazing song. A lot of people don't like this song, but a lot of people do. I love it a lot. A lot of people think it's kind of annoying. Like, Kendrick's like, I want to be with you. Yeah, I want to be with... But I still love this song. I think it's very chill, very easy to listen to. And, like, everyone can get into the song very easily. Then you have XXX, which is maybe my favorite song off the album. This song is so freaking cool. It starts off with that very, like, eerie but chill, like, America, please take my hand. And then it goes to Kendrick, like, what? And then the production switches, and it's like this very raw, dark trap beats. And then Kendrick's like, oh, throw a steak off a yacht to a pool full of sharks, he'll take it. And he's like mumbling in this very dark tone over it. Then it gets to a point where it becomes more loud and aggressive when you hear those like alarms in the background, and then it switches to the U2 feature, and it's really chill from there. Really amazing song, 10 out of 10. Then you get Fear next, and generally I don't like songs that are more than like 6 minutes at most, but that's kind of pushing it. But Fear is amazing throughout the entire song. Just like the verses on how Kendrick's like terrified of like death and stuff like that. And then the beat, it's very like dark and like I don't know. It's a very dark song, but it's good. Very, very good. Then you get like God next. And it's still a solid song. I think it is kind of underrated or overhated more so than underrated, but it's a solid track. And then you have Duckworth, which is one of if not my favorite song on the album. It's very like, in my opinion, it sounds like old school hip hop, but then it's mixed with like these very like eerie like chants and stuff like that. And then how like Kendrick's songwriting on this is some of the best he's ever done. And then it gets to the point where it like reverses at the end, because like that's kind of the hint, because the album is, you could technically play it two ways, and depending on which way you listen to it, you get a different outcome, which is insane. Like the concept of Damn is maybe the best of any album. I don't know. It's so good. But Damn, yeah, like amazing production, amazing songwriting, just amazing everything. It's borderline 10 out of 10, and I'm going to put it in the amazing category. Borderline 10 out of 10, definitely like a strong, beefy 9 out of 10. Next, you have Miss 'Em Around the Big Steppers, which is one of, if not Kendrick's most deep and conscious album, as well as, in my opinion, it's becoming one of the most influential modern day albums. Right off the bat, you have one of Kendrick's best songs, which is United in Grief. This song is maybe the best on the album. Just the whole thing it's freaking awesome. Like the first part where it's very like weird, like it has this like these light little pianos, like this one note piano things, and then Kendrick gets he's rapping faster and faster, and then it hits that like staticky like production, and then it switches to like all these screams, and then the drums go and it's like like it's crazy, bro. The song is genuinely, I think, one of Kendrick's best songs and debatably the best on the album. It's incredible, a great opening track to start off this album. I'm not going to go as in much detail as I did for the other albums, but overall I still think this album is solid, but it's not as good as, in my opinion, Damn or Good Kid, Mad City or To Pimp a Butterfly. But overall, I think the highs of this album are as strong as any other Kendrick album. Like, for example, like I just mentioned, United in Grief, but you also have Father Time, Die Hard, Count Me Out, which is maybe my favorite song on the album, and Mirror. You have The Heart Part 5, Auntie Diaries. Even though, like, the two songs that people would generally say are, like, very underrated, what is it? Mother I Sober and Auntie Diaries. It's definitely, they're good songs, but they are very long and very like, they have a lot of controversial stuff on them. So I'm not going to talk about them too much, but they're solid tracks too. N95 is a trap banger. Love that song. Overall, it's just like the rest of the tracks besides those are still good. Like, don't get me wrong, they're just not the same quality. For example, songs like Crown or something, or Purple Hearts. That's not, I mean, okay, I take that back. Purple Hearts is a pretty good song. But just things like, freaking We Cry Together, bro. The jokes about this song are so funny, but it's kind of justified because that song is, wasn't even on there. I'm just kidding. Well, it means part of the story, but overall, I think the album's solid. I'm going to put it in the great category. It's definitely an 8 out of 10. And finally, we have GNX, Kendrick's most recent album. And I think this album, personally, I'm already going to go ahead and say it is a great album. Easy 8 out of 10. Honestly, it's debatably better than Miss 'Em Around the Big Steppers. It's very consistent. A lot of very high highs. There's only one, I would say, below average. Well, GNX, in my opinion, the title track is kind of like terrible, but literally other than that, every song is amazing. Like, not amazing, but great. For example, Whacked Out Murals, that's an amazing song. Squabble Up, TV Off. Even though people get tired of those songs, like, you cannot deny those are amazing. Reincarnated, probably my favorite track off the album. Not Cody Blue, Dodger Blue. That song is very underrated. Heart Part 6, incredible. Gloria, incredible. Like, all these songs are so good. The storytelling's amazing. Production's really chill on most of the tracks, besides like, TV Off and Squabble Up. Overall, I mean, this album's so consistent, so strong. It's a great album. I loved it when it came out, and it's like a borderline 9 out of 10. But I think just because the highs are so high on Miss Around, I think Miss Around and the Big Steppers is a bit more important. I'm going to put it just below Miss Around the Big Steppers in the 8 out of 10 range. So, ooh, and I forgot I was sleeping on freaking Hey Now. Bro, that song, the transition from the it has like that dark and like, grim like first half, and then it switches like to that like almost like futuristic like booming like verses. Not booming, but just like very like, it's almost like godlike or something like that, with the way like Kendrick is like singing over the production on that part. You know what I'm talking about? It's like when he says like, I seen the aliens on us, but that part's insane. As for Luther, of course I'm going to say it's overrated, but I still think it's a great song. Like, but it doesn't deserve to be the most streamed, because there are much better songs on the album. And then Peekaboo, Solid Flow, and yeah, that's pretty much it for all the songs on G-Next. I was just touching up on those for a little bit. Anyways, that is all for now. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you made it to the end, this is the final tier list right there. And I'll be making tier lists in the future, probably not music ones, but thanks for watching if you made it this far again. So see you later.